how it all started. Here's a detailed look, what we know at this point, how it all ended. The room where the most wanted man in the world was finally taken down. Obtained by ABC News, this video shows the aftermath of a violent scene. Blood stains the bed and the floor. According to the official version of events, about 1 a.m. local time on Monday in Abbottabad, Pakistan, under the cover of darkness, about 24 Navy SEALs and 4 helicopters descended upon a walled compound where officials believed Osama Bin Laden was hiding.
A small team of Americans carried out the operation with extraordinary courage and capability. No Americans were harmed. They took care to avoid civilian casualties.
Officials said a firefight that lasted almost 40 minutes started immediately. The house was 3 stories, and the SEAL team fought their way through the first floor. They pushed on to the second and third floors where Osama bin Laden and his family lived. Bin Laden was killed sometime during the last 10 minutes of the operation, shot once in the head and once in the chest. Administration officials say he was trying to use a woman in the room as a human shield.
She fought back when there was the opportunity to get to bin Laden. She was positioned in a way that indicated that she was being used as a shield.
Officials say one of bin Laden's wives confirmed to the SEAL team the body was that of Osama bin Laden. Also killed in the assault, bin Laden's adult son and 2 other men, including bin Laden's most trusted courier. Administration officials say the seeds of Sunday's operation were actually planted 4 years ago when detainees at Guantanamo Bay gave up the courier's nickname. 2 years later, intelligence officials learned the courier's full name, and in a cloak and dagger maneuver that seems straight out of a spy movie, the courier was finally found in Pakistan, reportedly because of a phone call he made to someone else who was under U.S. surveillance.
They had a sighting of him, so they set up an elaborate surveillance effort that led them in August of 2010 to that compound. And one of my sources said to me, when we saw that compound, we said, wow, this is different.
Different because it was $1 million home with no telephone or internet service. There were also 2 security gates and protective walls as high as 18 feet. Residents inside burned their trash rather than put it out for pickup. And the 3rd floor terrace had a 7-foot privacy wall as if to hide a very tall person. But intelligence officials insist there was no guarantee bin Laden was inside.
All of these were clues to some of the intelligence officials that something wasn't right. They determined to the best of their ability that their assessment was this was built specifically to house and harbor a high-value target. And as they worked that information, they determined that, yes, they believed it was Osama bin Laden, his youngest wife, and some of his children that were living there as well.
By mid-February, administration officials felt they had their target. A series of National Security Council meetings were convened, sources telling CNN there was agreement a ground operation would be best because, quote, the best option is the one that gives proof. Preparations by Special Forces operatives were then set